Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Queen Elizabeth and we're back in Tier 5 ranked battles. Now, I'll be real honest with you guys. I was doing pretty well and then the same thing happens to me every single time. And you may have your thoughts on why this happens, but maybe it happens to you too. Or maybe I'm just weird. You guys will have to let me know in the comments below. But every single time, there's at least one rank in any ranked battles. World of Tanks, World of Warships, doesn't matter. Any ranked battles, there's one tier that I get to that I just seem to get stuck at forever. And then once I finally overcome it, the rest just gets bowled over. And for me, it's been rank 10. I got to rank 10 pretty easily. Didn't even lose 2 or 3 games before I got to rank 10. Like, it was pretty easy. Then, it's just like a mental block happens. I start making stupid mistakes. I start getting the worst teams, or, you get the worst teams all the time anyway, but you compound that by you making stupid mistakes, and it just seems like you get stuck. And that's what's been going on with me. And I almost got through it last night. I say almost, and that's important, because I was doing well, and then I wasn't. And the unwell Spartan ended up way back further than he started, which is not preferable, but it is a thing. It just goes to show you that none of us are past getting our butts kicked by our own stupidity. So with that being said, let's get down to the match. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'll be honest, it's been a rough day, so I was kind of, instead of going out and trying to find a good video for you guys as far as trying to make one tonight, I had to work over tonight, and I'm a little tired, and I'll probably jump on and play some ranked battles, so I just figured, you know what, I'll show you some of my ranked battles that you haven't seen yet. And this is going to be a good one. It's going to be one of those matches where it seems like I am the center point of my team. And, anytime that happens, I'm okay with it, because I'm a decent player. I know I'm a decent player, but there's always that notion in the back of your head that if I screw up, this team's done. Like, there's just nothing that you can do to get away from that. And you'll see what I mean towards the end of the match, where I literally have to do everything. And I do get a little help. Don't get me wrong. I get some help. It's not like my team was completely useless. And I've had those teams. I think we all have. But this team wasn't completely useless. It just ends up being a couple suspects later on in the match that you're just like, what are you doing? So with that, we've got a Bayern and we've got another battleship being super aggressive, pushing into our spawn. And it can work, but this is also not the best play in this map. Because what happens when you are the first person to get across the map? And you can't hide, like, you just get focused by everybody. So you've got to be careful, and I actually did this myself not too long ago, actually last night. I was on this map, spawned in this spawn, and took my battleship to the other spawn, and held off over half of the enemy team by myself, killing the only destroyer that was against me in a battleship, mind you. Didn't get torped, survived for well over half the match, fighting over half the enemy team, and my team got obliterated. How does that work? Like, you would think, okay, there are 7 enemy teammates, or 7 enemy ships, and I am fighting 5 of them. That leaves a pretty good odds for my team to win the match, right? If I'm fighting 5 ships out of 7, that leaves, I'm not very good at math, don't get me wrong, but that's 2 ships left to fight the entire rest of my team. And they didn't even stand a chance. Like, they got obliterated. And it's just like, what do I have to do? And I know you guys are feeling the same way. I get the messages, the comments all the time from people going, Spartan, how do you play ranked? My God, it just seems like every team is just completely useless and I have to do everything. And I feel your pain. Now try having that and added to the fact that you might be slightly more visible because your name is kind of, visible in the World of Warships Legends community. I'm not saying that I get focused any more than the next guy, but I'm saying I get focused a lot more than the next guy. Anybody who's been in a division with me can attest to this. Hivehound, I'm looking at you. Bullvi, you know it. Like, anybody who's been in a division with me, or you guys that have watched, can see the amount of firepower that I have to withstand every single match. Now, in a 7v7, I generally do pretty well, but you can see here, after being the one to come back and try to stop these guys' advance, I have taken 3/4 of my health and damage. I cannot afford to take any more. I've done everything I can up to this point, but the match is still pretty early. I can't afford to die. Being dead and being useless go hand in hand. You see how that works? If you're dead, you're useless. If you're useless, you might as well be dead. So, even though we are at a point where we have managed to get ourselves into a pickle, we disengage, but we keep engaged. But Spartan, how can you disengage and keep engaged? Simple. Make sure somebody else is in front of you to be the first target that people are looking at. But maintain your ability to shoot the enemy. Well, right now I'm kind of behind an island. Spartan, really? Yeah, really. It's a thing. Island kind of snuck up on me. But I was disengaging, and the reason I was disengaging is pretty simple. I can't afford to take the beating. However, the Normandy has fared even worse than I have in the short amount of time that he's been focused. And that's a product of going completely broadside on in a lightly armored battleship. Queen Elizabeth is a lightly armored battleship when she's broadside on. But if you angle her towards the enemy, like we are about to do, she no longer becomes a lightly armored battleship. In fact, she becomes quite tanky as long as you're not getting plunging fire through the deck. That's high explosive. Why are you shooting high explosive, Byron? Good lord. Ow. Okay, that could have been worse. That could have been worse. That looked like it could have been from a nasty battleship, and we got very, very lucky. Now, we have the ability to heal right now, and I would expect me to... There we go. Hit the button, Spartan. GG. And if you would have hit the button there, too, hit the like button. You see how I did that? Right? Yeah. So, our destroyer goes full crazy and tries to Suitorp, and successfully Suitorps the Nuremberg. And somehow, from that close to the Bayern, who's spamming high explosive at me, manages to sail away. What? What are you... No, I'm not joking. Look at him. He just went in there, punched a dude in the mouth 4 kilometers from the other battleship, and is just like, I'm out now. And the Bayern's like, I'm okay with that. I don't know exactly how that happened. But I appreciate it because that Mayhan... Yeah, the Mayhan is going to come in handy. Mayhandy. There we go. You see how that works. I'm kind of goofy today. I'm going to have to do videos like this more often because I just feel like I'm giggling a lot and I'm not really saying much use, you know, just kind of just having a good time. And if you think that that's funny, let me know. Just hit that comment button down there and say, hey, Spartan, do more of this. Be tired when you record. And this isn't a new thing. I've been tired multiple times when I record, and it doesn't always end up as slap happy Spartan like I am right now. Sometimes it's, you know, hit or miss. Sometimes you just get, I don't want to do anything. Just shoot me now. And that happens. We just lose our Ioba to fire damage from the enemy destroyer. Now, you can see right now, if you look at the map, this is what I was talking about by my team kind of just goes, you know, completely weird. Now, we have finished off the Bayern on the right side, and that leaves the 2 guys behind me, including the Normandy, who's still alive, somehow. Had no health, but he's still alive, hanging in there. And then it's me and the Mayhan versus everybody else. We've got a battleship way off on the left side who's, I think, going to get some damage, but I could be wrong. We also have the destroyer in an angry, very, very angry looking smokescreen off to my port side over here, and I am just hoping that my Mayhan is able to spot him soon. We take some nasty hits, including a Citadel, because I got a shot off at the Fuso and thought I was angled enough. Turns out I was wrong. Fuso's like, hey, it's a Queen Elizabeth Citadel! Yeah, I got lucky. I'm still alive. However, that's more than I can say for the Fubuki. Down he goes. Overkill? Probably. Did I need to shoot all the guns at him? Probably not. Did I? Absolutely. Getting rid of a destroyer is crucial to my survival. Now I'm going to do the one thing that I see other people fail to do more often than I care to mention. And that is, I'm going to actively flank the enemy. That is a thing you can do. There are islands between me and the two Fusos. I can use that to my advantage to get very, very close and catch them for some surprise butt sex. And it shouldn't really be a surprise butt sex moment. Why? They just deleted our New Mexico that was off by himself. Go figure. But I am spotted this entire time. So this is less of a good job, Spartan, you did the thing, and more of a what the hell were the Fusos thinking? I'm not exactly sneaky here. I've been spotted. Oh, I just disappeared. Clearly I no longer exist, or never existed to begin with. That's a question for the comments section. However, hello Fuso. Surely their guns are His guns ain't even... What are you doing? Wait for it. Shot out, and... Who knew that the Queen could actually Citadel battleships? Huh. It's almost like the Fuso has even less side armor than we do. Yeah, it's definitely something. You can and will Citadel people. Now, this Fuso here, I don't know how the Mayhan managed to miss all of those torpedoes, but he did. And this Fuso is living. He's on fire, I believe. Or maybe he took a torpedo and he's sinking. I don't know. Either way, he's not ready to die just yet. However, he kills me, I get the gun off, and we get the kill anyway. Because if you're gonna go out swinging. So what do you guys think? If you enjoyed this, hopefully you did. I know I enjoyed narrating it, which is something I can't say for every video. But 116,000 damage, 3 kills, 2,500 base XP, Mayhan coming in second. We killed literally the entire team between the two of us. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.